this looks. Alright, I'm gonna do a little fun video for all you nerds out there. I'm gonna give you some facts about myself. I think I have about 20. Just so, you know, you guys can get to know me. This will be my first actual video on the site, other than the 2 that I've already posted that have greetings. So, the first fun fact about me is that I'm actually terrified of heights. I will do things to a certain extent that are height related, but I will probably cry and blubber like a small child the entire time. So, if you go with me on heights, expect me not to look very pretty by the end of the day. I aspire to one day have a family, have a good job, and, you know, just do a job that I enjoy doing. Not like one of those where you're stuck in a job because you're obligated, because you have to have money to be able to do it. No, I don't think that way. I think we should all be able to do what we love and have fun doing it. This aspiration has changed a bit over the years. Like, back in the day, I always thought I would probably be living out in Hollywood right now, making it big in movies and TV shows, and or at least trying my hand at it. And I would still love to do that, but it just might not be as feasible for me at this present moment. I'd love to eventually try and give it a shot one day. I have a lot of different loves. I love to read. I love making crafts and DIYing, so like, obviously, because I'm making this channel, so bracelets and different things like that. I like art, watching movies, sleeping. Who doesn't love to sleep? I love to sleep or take naps whenever I can, even though it's not always feasible. I also love to do photography, and on my YouTube page I do have a site. I do have it linked to my Facebook page for my photography. I think I also have my Tumblr on there. I don't know if I have both or just one. I also love to camp. I've been a camp counselor for 4 years. I'll kind of delve into that in a little bit. And I could just go on, but there's just so much that I love. I love Disney. I've worked at Disney. That's a story for another day. I can be both an introvert and extrovert at times. Primarily, I'm an introvert where I don't like to go out and do things. Like, I like to just stay inside and read and just work on art projects and watch videos and movies and things like that. So I don't really like to go out a whole lot, but when I do go out, I do intend on doing a lot of, like, extroverted things. Like, I like to hang out with people. I do like to see people. I don't like to be a complete shut-in. Like, I will actually go out and be social. So don't get me wrong on that one. But on that spectrum, leaning more towards introvert. I'm super short. I'm about 5'1¼ In Mickey Mouse terms, that would be about Mickey Mouse height for the Disney character, per se. I have obviously brown hair and brown eyes. I would love to try and dye my hair a crazy color though, so maybe that will happen eventually if I can get a job where I can actually get away with doing that, even if it's on the underneath part. I obviously have brown eyes and glasses. I was born in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's usually the part that's forgotten, so if you were to look at a map and see how it has the top part and the bottom part, I'm not in the bottom part, I'm in the top part. I live right about there somewhere. I have some traits where I'm like both of my parents. I'm kind of shy and, like I said, introverted, where I don't like to go out, which I get more from my mom. Like, I'm really actually shy, quite shy. But on my dad's side, I definitely have his temper. Like, it doesn't take a lot to get me angry, and as they always say, never take off the little people. I have a lot of patience, and I'm very kind-hearted. Just ask anyone. I sometimes go way too above and beyond for everybody. I kind of have no idea what I want to do with my life. Like, I know I want to do teaching, and I maybe one day want to be a camp counselor. Well, an owner of a camp, because I think that would be kind of fun to do since I love the outdoors and I love camping. and I can actually shoot a bow and arrow, which is another fun fact about me. I can actually teach you how to do archery if you would like. So just hit me up. But right now it's kind of pointing towards being an educator. Like, I've always wanted to be one of those elementary teachers that goes crazy and gets to decorate their room all crazy for the holidays, like Halloween and Christmas, and have holiday parties and things like that. This one's a little bit more sad. I lost my father when I was 10. He was an older father, so he wasn't like just some spry young man. No, he was older and he had a heart problem, and he had just dropped us off to school, and then he had gone out into the woods to go do hunting and things like that. And who would have thought that the last time I would have saw him was when he dropped us off to school that day. Because when we got back from school, we had to take an alternate. We had to have a friend take us home. And then he still hadn't shown up before bed. And yeah, I never saw him again. I'll delve into that in maybe a more personal video / maybe like a Draw My Life or something like that. But now's not the time for that. The holidays are hard without him. And I'm at that age where my friends are getting married and having babies and things like that. And I just think to myself, I'm only going to have one parent to be able to experience that with, other than, like, you know, my future husband or whatever, his parents. That's beside the point. But on my side of the family, I'm only going to have my mom. I'm not going to have my dad to be able to walk me down the aisle and do any of that stuff. So maybe when I do get married, I'll just knock that whole dad walk me down the aisle thing out the window and just walk with my significant other down the aisle. As the title states on my channel, I'm a nerd, so I love I've recently gotten into more of the nerdy things. Like, I had never been into, like, comic books and things, but I do like the nerdy TV shows like The Flash and Arrow and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I love all the Marvel movies and some of the DC movies. More of DC for TV, Marvel for both. And I like shows like Grey's Anatomy and just different things like that. I do like a lot of the Food Network shows too, like a lot of the cooking ones. So I just enjoy watching that, being a nerd. Even though the fun thing is I don't actually watch TV half the time. I watch most of my shows now on my computer. But back in the day, I used to watch TV on the TV quite a bit. And I also have quite a deal of little Pop Funkos. They're those little figurines. And just like nerdy things like that. And I'll actually show you one. I have a wand here from Ollivanders that I got when I did the Disney College program, which I will also tell you about in another video. But it was Star Wars weekend, and I actually met Warwick Davis, the guy who plays, Professor Flitwick / Wicket the Ewok. And when I met him, he signed my wand, and I will tell you all about that one in a future video. One of my goals on my bucket list is to go to all 50 states, including DC, and to go to pretty much every country that I can. I've only been to one. I've been to Japan, but I would love to go back there. I'd love to go to, like, England, Scotland, Ireland, Canada, Mexico, all the typical ones. But it is on my bucket list. I'll have to maybe do a bucket list video for you as well. Say, like, what I've already done and what I want to do, that kind of thing. Maybe I'll do some challenges for you as well. Kind of. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a sucker for love. It's hard for me to open up with people, though, when I do have a significant other. Like, I've had boyfriends in the past, but I've never been one to really open up, and I think maybe that's just because, like I had said before, I lost my dad at a young age, so it's really hard for me to get a perception of what a loving couple looks like. Like, I see my friends' parents and even my friends with their significant others, And as much as I would love that, I just have a hard time finding it, and I'm really insecure about myself, which I'm not going into detail about my insecurities because you don't need to know that, but I just feel so insecure sometimes about myself that it's hard for me to open up even to like my friends about certain things. And when I do, it's just a giant vent session. And I'm just hoping that one day I can find the jelly to my peanut butter so we can make that adorable little peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I am an animal lover. Unless they try to attack me, then not so much. So I'm going to stay away from like sharks and like venomous snakes and things like that. But I do love the majority of animals. I like some of my favorite animals are like squirrels just because they're so quick and fluffy, and sometimes my hair can get a little fluffy and out of control just like a squirrel's tail. I love dogs. I currently have a Beagle Dachshund mix. Her name is Juliet. But I would love to one day maybe have a corgi just because they got the cute little short legs and they're adorable. And be short and cute just like me. Some of my favorite foods are pretty much anything chocolate related. Like, I just love chocolate. It is a vice. I like, the typical foods like burgers, pizza, chicken, pasta, things like that. But junk food wise, definitely chocolate. And occasionally ice cream, but mostly chocolate. Some of the fun things I want to do is I want to learn how to edit videos better so I can make these videos look cooler for you guys, because I'm kind of a novice when it comes to video editing. But I also want to learn how to play the ukulele. I want to learn how to read sheet music because I can kind of sing, but I can't really do sheet music. Like, I listen to music by ear and I can pick up the tune pretty well and go from there. But I would love to be able to learn sheet music. I also want to learn different languages. Like, I know one song in Italian and I think it's really cool, but I actually want to learn more languages. Like, I know a little bit of sign, which I'm still kind of novice at, which I want to further that venue, so maybe I can do a sign song for you guys one day. And I also know a little bit of Japanese, like Tore wa doko desu ka, which is where's the bathroom, and I obviously know how to greet myself, or greet people. Since, I had gone to Japan, I had to learn that kind of stuff, so, which I think is important to learn where's the bathroom in any language. But to greet yourself, it would be Haji Mashite, Kathy des Dozori Shiku. So, that's that. Other things that I love theater. I love Broadway. What got me more into the musical side of acting, because I've always loved acting. I've done numerous plays. I've recently learned the more technical side of theater, like through school. But until college, I had only ever been on stage, and I love it. And I would love to be able to go out to New York or LA and further that pursuit if it's feasible or plausible at all. But Rent is what got me more into the musical side. And I could go into another video about this at a later date and explain why, but the main reasoning would be is I was homesick from church and I was looking for something to watch on TV and I thought it looked interesting. But after that I got the theater bug. The musical theater bug, I should say. My favorite holiday is Halloween because, like I've stated numerous times before, I'm an actor. I love to dress up. I love to be other people for at least a day. And who doesn't love free candy? I also like Christmas because it's just a nice time to be with family and you get to eat good food and you get to watch all the good Christmas movies, especially the whole, 25 days leading up to Christmas. You can just watch all of the Christmas movies and not be sick of it. And besides, hot cocoa. And then my third favorite holiday would probably be my birthday. Even though I'm getting up there in years, I still like having at least cake on my birthday. And there's a restaurant in town where I can get a free birthday pizza on my birthday, what. And I just enjoy it. Like, before, I was never big on parties, which goes back to the introvert thing. But I'd always have people over, and we would just have fun. We'd eat food. We would just hang out for a couple hours, open presents, whatever. But now as I'm getting older, I just like to eat. I just like to make cake and eat it and kind of like chill out. There have been a few times where I've been doing theater on my birthday, so I got the people in the cast to sing happy birthday, which is quite fun. I have three nieces and nephews through my sisters. I have 2 nieces and a nephew. My older sister has 1 niece, or 1 daughter, so 1 niece with her. And then my other sister has 2 kids, 1 niece and 1 nephew. I've pretty much hung out with my nephew since he was a baby, and he's almost 2 now, and he is my favorite. Like, I love him. He is pretty much mine, even though my sister would beg to differ. Speaking of which, I have 3 siblings. I have a twin, and then I have an older brother and an older sister. My twin is a sister as well. And that's fun. I've been a camp counselor for 4 years through 2 different Girl Scout groups. And I would love to keep doing that for a few more years, and I hope it's feasible for me to do that. Like, I hope I can keep doing that for as long as I can. Which goes back to hopefully owning a Girl Scout camp one day myself, so I can keep doing that. And I have 2 different camp names, but I'm not going to say what they are, because you don't need to know. Like I stated before, which is the last fact, that I want to be able to do more with my life. I've never had a lot of money growing up, so I've always had to kind of try and work for what I want. But with these things that I want to learn, I don't think it'll be too impossible for me to learn. Like, I want to learn to be a better singer, and there's actually somebody that I watch on YouTube who does singing lessons, and she just makes great videos, and her husband makes great acapella videos as well. Like, they are just amazing. And I watch other people's craft videos to get inspiration for this channel, so I can kind of get ideas of what I want my videos to go towards and figure out what to make for all of you guys. And I want to learn how to do sign language and just different languages in general, so maybe I can do some sign songs on this channel as well. But that would be a way later date once I can learn how to sign better. And like I said before, I do have a photography page because I am very avid about photography. I don't do it as like a business aspect, even though I probably could. Right now, I just like taking nature photos because sometimes it's not always easy working with people. But I have a link to that on my page, and I will put it in the description as well, so that way you guys can check it out. And I hope I don't have a whole lot on there because I don't always get a chance to post, but what's on there I think is really good. So feel free to like, comment on the photos, or you know, follow the page so you can keep up to date on my crazy photography adventures. I also have Instagram, Snapchat, all of that, which I can also put in the description. And until next time, guys, peace out, Girl Scouts. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.